Well, the mission today has been to go down Gunmakers Row and to see what were the really interesting guns. This is one that caught my eye in particular. It's the new Magnus, and it comes in at under £2,500. Side-plated Caesar Guerinni from Anglo-Italian Arms. Guerinni UK as used to be. A little bit of involvement with me as well at the beginning of all of this Guerinni project in the UK. Mike and I talked about stock dimensions, and I think these guns are just about perfect on that front. I made some suggestions as to what I liked. I also love the grip shape, particularly good semi-pistol grip. Nice handy gun. This is a 20 bore 30-inch barrels, available in 28 and 32 as well. Personally, I love my 32-inch Maxims, wonderful guns to shoot. So tell us a little bit about this gun, Mike.
Well, the gun itself as a Magnus has been available in the UK for quite some years. They told us they were changing the design, and we were really quite concerned about it being one of our highest selling game guns. But this is the first example that's coming for the CLA, and when we first took a look at it, as you can see, we are just delighted. Pound for pound value that it represents. We don't believe there's anything to touch it in the marketplace currently.
It's certainly good value, because when I first looked at this gun I thought it was £1,000 more expensive than in fact it was. Very attractive engraving, side plates with game scenes, woodcock on one side, pheasant on t'other, and of course you'll hear some kids in the background, but ignore that, that's the CLA. We love to see kids, we love to see young people here. What we don't like is helicopters and generators, because they come onto camera. But quite a light gun, very handy, very nice shapes, and most important of all, a lot of gun for the money. One of the great things about the game fair is you wander along Gunmakers Row and you see things which catch your eye. Well, this caught my eye. Gun is unloaded. It is a Purdey Jones rotary underlever. Just out of shot for a moment. I'll just mount it into camera. Beautiful gun. I love guns of this era. Nice piece of kit, Nigel. What do you think it'll make?
Well, I'd like to see it make 3,000, but it's an auction. It could be a bargain, it could be less, it could be more.
Okay, I'm on the Beretta stand at the CLA, and again on the lookout for the interesting guns. This is the new Beretta 692, the replacement for the 682. Got some interesting features. It's a little bit wider in the action, putting a bit more weight between your hands. It's got the new Optima HP chokes, semi-taper board. Taper bores are getting quite trendy, and the reason is they really do work. They throw great patterns. Got a clever balancing system too, well priced, and most important of all, and I can say this from experience, it shoots really well. The new Beretta 692. Well, here we are on the very spiffy Purdey stand in Gunmakers Row. I'm with another mate, George Dewar. Nice to see you, George. And we've had some really interesting guns, and this gun's not so much new, but it's definitely interesting. It's a Purdey hammer ejector, and of course George V was famous because he preferred hammer guns. Of course the hammer gun fell out of fashion, but they made one specially for the king, and then of course recently it became quite a trend to find beautiful hammer guns, and you will not find a more beautiful or better shooting one than this. Now, meantime, what sort of show have you had?
Fantastic, Michael. Yeah, it's been really good. It's the first time that we've done this two separate stands on Gunmakers Row. One with the retail section, the sale of the tweed and so on, and this more of a guns and PR sort of a stand. And it's had absolutely amazing reception from the public. We're really, really happy.
Yeah, well, people have been talking about it. These guys have put in a huge amount of effort, as indeed has everybody here at the show. But meantime, there you have it, the Purdey hammer ejector. One of the best shooting side-by-sides I've ever shot, bar none. Well, here we are at the CLA at a stand that I have a particular interest in, with Peter Boxall, James Edmiston, Boxall and Edmiston, with some really great new British guns. It's a long story, you may have seen some of it. I took an idea along to these guys, and they've turned that idea into one of the most exciting things in British gun making. And here is the latest 20-bore version of the Boxall and Edmiston round action gun. Well done, boys.
Thank you.
They didn't say much of that, didn't they? They didn't give them a chance.
Didn't say a thing.
Can't get a word in edgeways, can they?